Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for DavieVids. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, tier lists, rankings, video game playthroughs, commentaries, reactions, random topic, whatever the case may be, PayPal is the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. So, as you can see here, well, further here, he sent me, DavieVids that is, a tier list of Stephen King movies. I don't know if this is all of them. There's a good chunk of them on here. At least enough. And, yeah, I said this before, that I'm not much of a Stephen King reader. The few bits I've done and read, I've just not been a fan of. And to be honest, more times than not, I prefer the movies based on his stuff. A lot of times the changes they make, I prefer. I mean, Stephen King I don't like as a person for multiple reasons. As a content creator, when I say changes, I like The Shining movie a lot more than the book. I think an axe is a better weapon. I think the way it's the whole topiary animals. I think the hedge maze was a much better fit, much better in terms of suspense. Instead of seeing these animals made, trying to go after you. The Running Man, I much prefer the movie. Well, the art movie. I didn't see the new one. Instead of Ben Richards doing a kamikaze into a fucking building, I prefer how it was in the movie. Graveyard Shift was barely a fucking story. I think by the end, here's some rats, and then they get eaten by the rats. I like the movie more. Misery, I think in the book, she chopped the legs off, or the feet off. Here, the being broken just felt much more, weirdly enough, felt much more grisly. Much more intense, because they're still there. So, just something about that visual makes you feel more, I don't know, and then in It, there's like I swear in the It book, there's like a part of the story where the kids fucked each other and have a goddamn underage orgy. Fucking weird. I don't know why the fuck you'd ever write that, but whatever. But let's get into the movies, let's get into the tier list. First off, I'm going to go with the didn't see or don't remember. Because some of these I don't remember. I might have either seen them once, or I've never seen them at all. And like I say, if I don't remember them much or I haven't seen them, I can't really rank them. So going through this, Hearts of Atlantis I never saw. I don't even know what that is. A Good Vengeance? I don't know what I don't know what that is. Big Driver? That's a weird fucking name. Big Driver. What the fuck is Big Driver? I don't know what the hell that is. Wasn't there... Why, I just never saw it. But Bag of Bones or Pierce Brosnan? I never saw it, so I guess it don't matter. Let's see. Dawn's Cadillac I may have seen once, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. Quicksilver Highway. I know I've seen that once. I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember much about Desperation. I remember not being big on it, though. So I'll just go by feeling, but I don't know. Dolores Claiborne, I don't think I ever saw that. Or if I did, I don't remember much about it. So I think these others I could work with. The Dark Tower. You know what? I don't think I ever saw the Dark Tower. I don't think I ever saw that one. I know everyone said it was shit. That the book should have been more like Clint Eastwood. Like the way it described it was more Clint Eastwood. So of course they did Idris Elba. Because he clearly looks like Clint Eastwood. But anyway. So I think this I could work with. So, Carrie. Most would say S. I'm going to put it A. Just because nothing against the movie. It's just, I think what it is, I have not seen it as much as the others. Sissy Spacek does a really good job. Interesting to see a young John Travolta, Nancy Allen. The things I remember the most is Sissy Spacek giving a very earnest performance where I really felt bad for her. Her mom being batshit crazy and the prom night ending. Well done by Brian De Palma with all the cuts, the editing, the split screens in the third act. It's not really the movie. I think it's just the story. I don't know. I thought it was weird that she never really, like, her boyfriend, he just hit on the head and killed, and she doesn't really react a whole lot to it. Something about that always bothered me. I don't know why. Sometimes it's the strangest things that bother me. And I guess part of me wanted Carrie to live. Granted, she did kill a lot of people. But I don't know, it's that weird part of me that wanted her to live and hated that she died. But it's a good movie. It's just, again, something about it has never been my all-time favorite. That's why I put it in the S. But it means it's a fairly good film. So I don't really, it just, I've only seen it a handful of times. Sometimes I just don't have a good reason. It's just based on feeling. A lot of times it's based on feeling. Sam's Lot, see, I've never been a big fan of this movie. It's not the worst. Far from the worst, but I've never been big on Salem's Lot. I saw the longer version, and to be honest, I was flat out bored with the movie. I like the look of the vampire on the cover that you see much later in the film, but I just thought it was a very boring story. I didn't see the Rob Lowe one. I saw the newer one, and it was there, although the CGI kind of took me out. I did like the pacing more than in this, but the CG and that took me out. I don't know. I was told to see the longer version, and it just fucking bored me to tears. I just thought this was just over long, and I didn't really care a whole lot of fucks about the characters. I'm like, I'd just rather watch Kolchak the Night Stalker or something. It's just not for me. The Shining is a classic. I love The Shining. See, that goes to show you I can enjoy a film that's a slow burn and still really enjoy it. And this is due to Kubrick's excellency in direction and camera work. From the opening with going through the water and the mountains and the canyons and the music, the just haunting, creepy music. Dun, 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 dun. I know Jack Nicholson is crazy from the start. Yes, it would have been better character-wise if you drew up to that, but man, it's my favorite performance of his. So many lines. Give me the bat. Wendy, darling, I told you, I'm not gonna hurt you. Just gonna bash your brains in. Go bash you right the fuck in. And it just, here's Johnny and Shelley Duvall. Credit to her for giving such a frenzy performance, and that's because Kubrick treated her like shit, which she did not deserve. But I never thought she did a bad job. People who said that, I don't understand. She plays like freaked out. And she's not like that the entire movie either. She's a woman who you tell cares for her son, cares for her husband, even though the husband treats her like shit. Doing the best that she can. Sad that the last years of her life, Shelley Duvall didn't go the best. Very sad to see and hear that, but I thought she did a really good job. Really made me feel sorry for her. Such a beautiful looking movie, especially in the snow. And just the images, the elevator, the blood coming out, Danny and the little toy, the two girls. Just so many iconic shots in that movie. And in Jack Nicholson's performance just propels that film. And that ending in the hedge maze, I think, is a great set piece for suspense. I just really, really enjoy that film quite a bit. So, gotta put it in S tier. Let's see. Creepshow, I'll put in A tier. I do like the film. It's a very good anthology film. Of the stories, I like the crate story. I think the crate story is really good. I like... What else do I like? I like... God, why can't I not remember the fucking stories now? I like the crate story. I like the Lizzie Nielsen story. I could hold my breath for a long time. That's a very fun story. I don't like the Father's Day. I never cared for that one. I know a lot of people do. All I remember is Ed Harris' stupid dancing, and then him taking forever to see a fucking gravestone coming towards him, and he has like 10 years to get out of the way. But I'd never cared for Father's Day. Just never cared for it. The last one with the roaches, that was the creepiest one to me. The only reason I have it on A and not S tier is because I don't like that first segment. If I love that first segment, I put it on S, but I don't like that first segment, so I put it on A. But it is one of the best horror anthologies. It is. It's just, again, there's at least one story I do not like. So I can't put it on S. Because S would be like, yeah, I don't know. That's just how I am. Cujo, put on A. That's definitely an A movie. Great work on the dog. Is that even... I was going to say, does that even look like the dog in the movie? But yeah, that's a terrible cover, though. I don't know why didn't this letterbox just have the fucking old covers? The old cover is cool. Like the paw print. But anyway, how they utilize the dog, very well done. Nice concept. A woman and her kid stuck and can't get out because this vicious dog is attacking the car, and you really buy this dog, this rabid dog, to tear through you. D. Wallace gave a very emotional performance. The kid can get annoying, but it's not really his fault, because, I mean, he's a kid, and there's a vicious dog. I mean, of course he's going to be screaming in fear. What else is he going to be doing? You know what I mean? So, I get that, and it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense that he be just, fucking silent and stuff. So, I get that. I think just with me, honestly, this may be... The whole thing with her having an affair on her husband, I don't even know what the point of that was. I mean, if it's supposed to be some kind of, is this like some kind of cosmic justice? Well, I mean, her kid wouldn't deserve that. So I don't know. I'm sure it's supposed to bring some kind of either symbolism or some kind of, not karma, that's the right way to do it, but I don't know, just at the end of the day, it didn't really amount to anything. I guess just irony, just pure irony, but it didn't, I don't know. Like, you just take that out, I don't think you would really miss much of anything. But D. Walls does a good job. The dog, those scenes. It takes a bit to get to that part. Like, the beginning's very weird where the kid's having this nightmare scene. At the end, it's kind of like, I don't know. I always thought it was kind of a weird setup. At the end, as if that was going to lead to something, but it takes a bit to get going. But when it gets to them trapped in the car, then the movie really goes into high gear, in my opinion. And they really go on all cylinders on that. So that it gets an A for that part of the film. Sorry, I'm being fidgety because I've been recording for a few hours, so I'm stretching my legs and stuff. Even while I did that before this, so I apologize. Why is he fidgeting all around? I know. God, some of this other stuff. It's tough. Where to put some of these. The Dead Zone, that's another A tier. Christopher Walken does a really good job. I like the David Cronenberg little bits he added, like the killer, puts the scissors, and that's, like this ritual killing himself thing with the scissors. I thought that was an interesting idea. There's some nice moments. The ice is going to break. Martin Sheen does a good job. I just always felt bad. I mean, it's meant to be that way, so I can't really, I shouldn't really complain about it. But I just hate that he died at the end. That he died at the end, and I guess the tragedy and stuff. I just, I'm a sucker for happy endings. What can I say? And I also think after the serial killer bit, it seemed to slow down a bit with the movie. I think just that bit with the serial killer and Tom Stewart as the cop is such an interesting piece of the story. There's that part of me that kind of wishes this was more part of the story than the whole senator thing, but I get why. But yeah, that's meant to be tragedy, so that's what it is. So it is what it is, but it's a very good film. I actually like the TV show. I'd probably say I prefer the TV show more. I mean, the last season or two wasn't the best, but I would say I like the TV show more. But this is one of Christopher Walken's best performances, in my opinion. So I do quite like The Dead Zone. Christine, I would give a B. I'm not a big Christine guy. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it like some people do. It's not one of my favorite John Carpenter films. I liked it. I think the lead, he does fine with his transformation. I kind of wish there was an even bit more of a slow build. Because sometimes it felt like he's this, then all of a sudden he's this. I kind of wish there was a bit more of a gradual bit. Maybe a bit of it that he's kind of fighting to be this type. But then the car, whatever, overcomes his sensibilities. I'm trying to think. John Stockwell as his buddy, the jock, he fucking sucked. He's one of the things I do not like about that film. He's a terrible wooden actor. He brings the film down a lot. When the movie's more about him and the girl and trying to find out what's happening to Arnie Cunningham, the character, does it have to be John Stockwell? Hell, can it be Dean Stockwell? Like a father figure or something like that? Not John Stockwell. He fucking sucks. The stuff with the car I thought was the best part. The way they had it, where it regenerated itself when it's hunted down the Dane, and you have that nice music by John Carpenter. Down, 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 down. That was the best part. Was when the car's on fire and chasing the guy down, runs him over. Like that stuff was cool. Harry Dean Stanton, it's nice to see him in there. He worked with John Carpenter or Stephen New York, but he was wasted. He was given nothing to do. That's another thing. Like, they wasted Harry Dean Stanton in that movie. Like, I wish Harry Dean Stanton had more to do. So I wish he had more to do. Fuck John Stockwell as an actor. He's a shitty actor. And I wish Arnie's transformation was more gradual. It felt like it took a bit shift. A bit too hard, but I like the stuff with the car. I like the music. I think John Carpenter does have some nice direction in it, and I do like the lead guy. He was also in Jaws 2. I forget his name because I'm bad with names, but yeah. But I'm going to get mad about this. Children of the Corn. I don't mind the film. The only sequels I've seen the second one once or twice. Don't remember being a big fan of it. The third I saw once. I do remember being some decent special effects. I never saw 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I saw the remake, the first remake, 2009, 2008, something like that. And that's it. So I don't remember much of 3 other. It was in the city. And again, there was some decent gore. 4, 5, 6, 7 I never saw. And wasn't there an 8? I don't know how many of them fucking are. I know I saw 1, 2, and 3 I saw once or twice. And then maybe that first remake. That's it. So. But the first one I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind the theme song. I don't mind the idea of these kids going crazy and taking over this town. I don't mind Linda Hamilton. It was interesting to see her in an early role. Around, pretty much before Terminator. I think maybe the same year as Terminator. And yeah, I kind of liked the idea. I thought the 2 villains, they did a good job. Atlanta! He wants you, Mordecai. Yeah, I think those 2 are actually pretty good as the villains. It had a good, a decent, happy enough ending. I mean, the He Who Walks Beyond the Rose, I mean, wasn't like overgrown fucking groundhog or something. Like, it went under the ground like a groundhog. Maybe they need Bill Murray to stop him. I don't know. I mean, it's goofy. I never thought it was scary. It needed more gore. Like, the kids kill the parents and the adults, but you don't really see much in terms of violence and gore. Not a whole lot, so I wish there was more of that in it. But, I don't know. I had fun. It was a decent enough time waster. I didn't mind it. Firestarter, I prefer the song. It's a Firestarter. I have no issues with Drew Barrymore. I have no issues with David Keith, I have to remember. I don't know why the fuck you did George C. Scott playing like a Native American guy. Like, he look Native American to you? Wasn't Martin Sheen in it? If so, it seemed like he was playing the same character from fucking Dead Zone. That's a movie that honestly was just really boring up until the third act, where she goes apeshit crazy and has some cool looking, like, shooting fireballs at people, lighting them on fire because her dad's been killed. Like, that to me was the best part. And Mark L. Lester, he's a better action director than horror director. Like, if this was meant to be any type of a horror movie, I think Mark L. Lester failed, and if not, then whatever. But when the action bits happen with the fire stuff, that's when Mark L. Lester is good. Because, I mean, action film, he did Commando, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Class of 1984, Class of 1999. I think he's a much better action director. Not so much this kind of director, but... And when she's shooting the fireballs and stuff, it looked pretty cool. The rest of it, not so much. So, yeah, not a big fan of Firestarter. Stand By Me, put it at A. It's a even though it has Corey Feldman, who's a piece of shit, even though it has Will Wheaton, who's a whiny bitch, it does have River Phoenix, rest in peace to River Phoenix, and it does have Jerry O'Connell, and I like Jerry O'Connell. It's got Kiefer Sutherland, Rob Reiner, rest in peace to him. I thought the camaraderie of the kids, the four worked well together. The dialogue was pretty solid. The chemistry between the kids were good. It's not a film I rewatch much, but I gotta commend the craftsmanship, the writing, the direction by Rob Reiner. Nice usage of the song "Stand By Me." River Phoenix, you know, the end of the film where you find out what happened to him. You hear, I think it's Richard Dreyfuss's voice. It's definitely a heartbreaking moment. I wish Will Wheaton wasn't the lead. I wish it was someone else, because I'm not a big Will Wheaton fan. I would have preferred Jerry O'Connell in the lead or something. Or another kid, but... I think River Phoenix was the best part of those kids. And then Corey Feldman, you know my thoughts on Corey Feldman. Someone said they were going to request like a big rant on Corey Feldman. I haven't gotten that yet. I'm sure one day I will. But anyway, it's a good movie. Silver Bullet, honestly, I put this... Where would I put this? A or S? Man, that's tough. Because I really do like the film. I'll put on A just for the fact of... If the werewolf looked better, it would be on S. Because the werewolf is one of the lamer werewolves of that era. You gotta think, an American werewolf in London, you have The Howling, which I don't like The Howling, but those effects are good. And this just was a letdown. I don't know what the fuck they were smoking with those effects in that movie, but those were not good at all. I don't know what the thinking was. With that said, I really, really like Corey Haim in it. Gary Busey's a lot of fun as the uncle. He's a lot of fun. I like the idea of a kid, it being in this wheelchair, going up against a werewolf. It's a novel idea. There's some decent bits of violence in it. Decapitations, when a werewolf kills all the hunters, and some of them pretty violent ways. I didn't mind the guy, what's his name? He was in People Under the Stairs. He played the Reverend, who is the werewolf. I didn't mind him. I thought he did a good job. I liked the ending. I liked that Gary Busey got involved, helping the kids, so he wasn't just a useless character. I thought it was nice the sister saying those words about Corey Haim's character, which in a weird way, like, I almost interpret nowadays as if someone's saying that to Corey himself. Rest in peace to him. I miss Corey Haim. I'm just a huge Corey Haim fan. I mean, I don't know. I say huge. Yeah, I'm big. I miss the guy. And, you know, that fucking asshole, Corey Feldman. I won't get off that tangent, but if the effects on the werewolf was better, it'd be an S tier. But as of now, put it an A. Creepshow 2, I gotta put down B. Of the three story, number one, the wraparound with the animated, just not as interesting as the first film where you had Tom Atkins and the live action stuff, the voodoo doll. I think Tom Savini had a fun cameo in the first one. Here, again, the wraparound isn't much. Of the three stories, Chief Woodenhead was fun. I liked the one guy. This hair's gonna get me paid and laid. I thought he was a lot of fun. I like the look of the wooden dummy. I'm trying to remember. You know, honestly, nowadays, that's my favorite story of the three. I like the idea of this guy scalping these motherfuckers. The second one, The Raft, the more I've seen that, the more I dislike it. I think because while it does have some good special effects, of gore, I should say, the kills, like the woman in the face, you know, kind of being stuck to the bottom of the thing, and the raft, and the guy whose light pops up here. The creature itself, I get the idea behind it, but it just looks like a shitty garbage bag. I get the idea, but still, it's just... The more you see it, they clean it up, the more goofy and stupid it looks that I can't take the shit seriously. It's a goddamn garbage bag. And then the end where the kid's the dumbest motherfucker, where he's like 2 inches from the water, I beat you, and then gets fucking killed. It's just like, oh, you dumb. It just pissed me off so much. What the fuck? Plus, they gave it away in the trailer, too. So it's not much of a surprise if you see the fucking trailer. So, I don't know, like, it's got some good deaths, but the acting sucks. The garbage bit, it's just, again, the more I see that, the more I don't like it. And the third one, the hitchhike, I never liked. Thanks for the ride, lady. I never cared for that. I just didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was, and like I said, but that first story I do like, and then the death scenes I liked in the second one. So there's enough to like. In fact, this anthology I liked a lot more, to the point. I'm gonna put this on S. Because this is one of my favorite anthologies. I don't know what my favorite is. I know a lot of people say Creepshow. But I like Cat's Eye more. I do. Because it's 3 stories, but I like... Number one, I'm a cat person. I like cats and I like pussy. So, fuck it. No, don't fuck the cat. I'll fuck the pussy. Where's she at? But do I gotta pay for it? But... I like cats, so maybe that helps. Drew Barrymore, I liked her better here than in Firestarter. But I liked all 3 stories. I think the James Woods one is fun. The smoker, the Quitters Inc. He's trying to stop smoking in all the crazy ways where they like threaten to put the cat to be electrocuted, shot. Then his wife gets shot, and then if you don't, you lose a finger. Hi, what a joke. Then you see someone lost a finger and the reaction James Woods has. It has some darkly humorous parts to it. Like all the people smoking the cigarettes, the day nightmare that he has. And James Woods, I'm a big fan of his, and he did a good job in that. I like the second one, The Ledge. I like Robert Hayes. I like him in Airplane and the Peter Weller film 50/50. It's a simple concept, but I liked it. That he's got to do this dare where he goes around the ledge. Some nice moments of suspense. I thought Robert Hayes did a really good job selling that performance. Bad guys get their nice comeuppance. And the third story grew on me because I wasn't sure if it was, the look of the troll. I think was it Carlo Rambaldi. I thought they did a really good job on the look of the troll, and it, the cat being the hero and protecting the kid. I could be down with that. So yeah, Cat's Eye I really enjoy. I think that's underrated. That's an underrated one. Well, you know where this is going. To the top, to the teen of the mountain, teen of the hill. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't give a fuck what Stephen King says. Maximum Overdrive is a motherfucking classic. I don't give a shit if he was high on cocaine. Good. Go back to cocaine. Please. Because you were worth a shit on cocaine. Without the cocaine, you ain't worth a shit. Cocaine fueled, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, machines controlled. They're thinking for themselves and destroying shit, trucks, semi-trucks. It's a dumb idea. It was always going to be a dumb idea. Christine is a dumb idea. But Maximum Overdrive knew to go full tilt boogie with the fun. Put AC/DC music from beginning to end. Have a goddamn pileup where a damn woman almost gets tapped by a watermelon. Have Emilio Estevez. Have bazookas blowing the shit out of things. Have a Green Goblin semi-truck. Green Goblin from Spider-Man. Have Pat Hingle chomping cigars and have a goddamn arsenal that would be used in Beirut underneath a truck stop. Have Yuli Smith going, "Curtis, are you dead?" Well, if he answers, then I guess he's not. But pinball arcade machines is killing you. Vending machines killing you. Steamrollers making kids into pancakes. Semi-trucks hitting you and you go a big splat. Blowing the shit out of trucks with bazookas. I'm down for that. It was fucking fun. These are probably the same critics that fucking love Cocaine Bear and other shit. Well, then, okay, that's stupid and silly and fun, but this is fun as well. Why you get pissed about this? I want the uncut version, Stephen King. I don't know if this is true, but I heard you have the uncut version. Release it. And I swear I'll get you the cocaine you deep down want in your heart. Again, from what I heard, he has the fucking uncut version. Release it. God damn it. Release the uncut version of Maximum Overdrive. Some of us actually liked it a lot. Yeah, it doesn't make sense because Yurley Smith and her husband's car, for some reason, don't come alive. Maybe when they sparked him, he was brain dead. I don't know. But how come the trucks are alive but their car isn't? I don't fucking know. I know it doesn't make sense. I still think it's a lot of fucking fun. I love Maximum Overdrive. Same with this one, The Running Man. Fucking love The Running Man. Love it. One of my favorite Arnold films and my top 3 favorite Arnold. Maybe my second favorite. I don't know, it's Predator, either Commando, The Running Man, or Running Man Commando. I love The Running Man from the original. I love it. I love the concept. I love the whole sports entertainment. Arnold getting mad at the director going, "It looks like a game show." It's supposed to look like a TV show. Because it is a TV show, dumbass. Arnold does a great job. You got Yaphet Kotto. You got Jesse Ventura. I love the villain. I mean, Richard Dawson is so good at the villain. He is so good as the villain, man. He was on Family Feud, of course, so he fits perfectly as the game show host. I'll be back. Only in a rerun. I love the contestants, the villains, how they are just unique. Dynamo, Buzzsaw, Fireball. I love that. Because that's what would get people watching. These bigger than life characters. Especially in the era where you had WWF. But even today, like these big characters. What the fuck is that? You know? So many great one-liners. How about the light? But you leave some room for my fist, but just don't jam it to your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Here's Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. Hey, Christmas tree, follow me, light bulb. God, it's such a classic. I love The Running Man. Love The Running Man. Love the song at the end, too. Running away with you. Oh, God, I'm already 40 minutes in. Let's see, let's go a little bit faster. Pet Sematary. Gonna go with B. I think the lead guy, people give him a bad rap. I am still haunted by him screaming his son, no, when his kid dies. I know some people find that laughable. I think it's heart-wrenching. The way he says, no! I just feel the fucking angst and the hurt. And Fred Gwynn does a good job. But goddamn, I mean, the lead guy, like, I get what they're going with, but he does the dumbest shit. Burying his wife again. I know people always talk about the when Denise Crosby's character remembers, what is it, like her sister or something? I never gave a flying fuck about that scene. I know everyone like jizzes all over it. I never gave a fuck. Each time it would come on, I would just fast forward it. I didn't give a shit. And didn't lead to anything later. It's also funny, it's not the cover here, but on the VHS cover, the guy who, he like does all these warnings and it didn't fucking matter, so him warning them didn't do shit. And then the ending, very downbeat ending. Who knows what's going to happen to that little girl, that daughter. And then it's like this weird tonal shift, like this very dark, depressing ending, and then, I want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I'm like, that's a weird shift in tone. I don't know. But, the first half I do like. I do like the little kid, Gabe, and him being a killer, kind of interesting. I thought the kid, Miko Hughes, did a good job in that. Fred Gwynn as well. Some nice gore. The Achilles tendons being cut, and then Fred Gwynn getting cut there. So there's some decent gore bits. It's definitely a film that at times is hard to watch. Not a film I rewatch, not the most enjoyable movie, but it is what it is. I gotta put this on the S tier, I do. To me, it's the best miniseries involving Stephen King. One of the best miniseries of all time. Yes, I don't mind the spider. In fact, I like the fucking crab spider thing. I liked it. I liked it. I like the look of it. I like that it's practical. I wish they had the characters do more against it. It just, they didn't have the effects. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have the time to really get the details on making that thing move better. But people always talk about the first half with the kids. All the kids did a good job. But I like the second half. I like the adult section. I like that cast. Whether it be John Ritter, rest in peace to him. Whether it be, I always forget his name, from the Waltons. I always forget his damn name. I don't know why I always forget his fucking name. Dennis Christopher I like. Richard Thomas, I think. But I always liked those. I always thought those adult actors did a good job. Tim Curry is fantastic. I like it. I think it's still a damn good. I remember it freaking me out when I was a kid. Saw it when it debuted on ABC. So I remember, what the fuck is this? It was freaky. Still think it's a good one to this day. Trying to think what else I got here. Graveyard Shift, I don't care. I love this film. I love Graveyard Shift. I grew up with that film. It's a nostalgic monster movie for me. I like the cast. I love the villain. Bravo! Did ya Star Search? Stephen Mott's character, the evil Fred Ward. When's the last time you been to the picture? No one's been down here since Christ was a kid. Just that accent he has. We're going to hell together. I like the lead guy. I liked him. I thought he did a good job for what he was given to do. More of the stoic, strong lead. Yeah, Andrew Divoff before Wishmaster. Brad Dourif is a lot of fun and intense. When he has the monologue about the Vietnam flashback with the rats and stuff, that is like Oscar-worthy fucking material. Like the way he sold that. And that's my one critique. Okay, the two critiques I had with this film, but I love it enough I still put an S tier. I still think it's underrated. I love the look of the monster. The look of the monster is fantastic. Love the design. I love the practical effects of the monster. I love the dank, dirty, just how sweaty and gritty and dirty the whole environment is in Graveyard Shift. You can almost smell it. And I love the underground tunnels and the dark corridors and claustrophobic setting, and there's the nest with all the bones there, and it's a cool way to kill the monster getting chewed up into the gory bits. And then that crazy rap at the end. I just love it. It's 80-some minutes long. The only two gripes I have with the film is, number one, it could have used a few more kills in the first half of the film. Because it has a kill at the beginning, and then not a whole lot up until then, except that girl that goes down the stairs, and even then you don't really see any gore. It could have used a little bit more. Because it's a little bit too much setup and not enough payoff. Oh, there is that cool one where the guy gets grabbed and you see through, you know, the kind of the wing over there. That is a cool death. I always like that one. But like maybe two or so more, at least. And Brad Dourif, he should have been one of the lead characters. It should have been the lead guy and him at the end of the film deal with this monster. Maybe like Brad Dourif's fighting it off and they go up and Brad Dourif is fending it off. And then he's cornered. And then the hero gets the thing with the can and boom. Because that would have been cool. Him and Brad Dourif. But Brad Dourif, I know he did a lot of films in 1990 because Child's Play 2 came out. Maybe Spontaneous Combustion. Like, he did a lot of films came out. And someone asked, I know someone who asked him about it, he said he didn't remember a thing about the movie. So, I mean, he's not in the film a lot, so they probably shot him in a couple days. But I do wish he was the lead. And his death scene just feels fucking random. Like the earth shifts so he gets his head crushed. He didn't even get killed by the creature. That always bothered the fuck out of me. Like, be like Quint from Jaws or something, where at least you get some hits in, or I don't know. And that's my only two critiques. But other than that, I do love the film. Misery, I gotta put this on S tier. It's rest in peace, Rob Reiner. It's my favorite Rob Reiner film. I think Kathy Bates deserved the Oscar. James Caan did a really good job. Simple premise, but really gets you engaged. Again, a writer being stuck by an obsessed fan and all the crazy stuff Kathy Bates does. The fight at the end feels brutal, smacking her with the damn typewriter before they stuff in her face with the fucking the burnt paper. Or does I'm trying to remember, he hits her with something else. I think she falls on the typewriter. I forget what he hits her with. Because I think she falls on the typewriter. And that's how she dies. I think. What was it? Damn it, I forget what it was. Was it the iron? Damn it, I forget what it was. Been a while since I've seen it, but very good acting. And, you know, it's simple, but solid story. Again, the shitty cover, like, just Kathy Bates. The cover was like the little house in the middle of nowhere in the snow. Such a great cover, man. I hate they put this shitty cover stuff on here. I mean, that's not DavieVids' fault. It's Letterboxd's fault. What's it? Sometimes They Come Back. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good one. I actually don't mind. For a TV movie, that's actually pretty good. Sometimes They Come Back. I like the cast. Robert Russler from Elm Street 2 is one of the villains. Was it Matheson? I like the lead guy. I like the idea of this teacher coming back and the ghosts of these people that got his brother killed. They're coming back and haunting him. Nice connection between brothers at the end of the film. Good story. I like the story. Story was engaging enough to keep me interested for the rest of the film. So, yeah. I think that's the guy. I think Tom McLaughlin did that, who did Friday the 13th Part 6. Forgive me if I got that wrong. But that's a good one. Sometimes They Come Back. That one I actually do quite like. Sleepwalkers. The only reason I'm not putting this on D is because it does have someone get killed by a corn on the cob. And Ron Perlman gets his fingers bitten off, which is cool. But, okay, I like cats. But mutant, what the fuck, the cat demon creatures with bad morphine effects that don't hold up since the 90s? What the... And what fucking... How many cops carry a cat with them? Although he should have been the star. Him and the cat. Because the other people were not interested at all. What's her name? Alice Creed from Star Trek First Contact. When she kills all the cops, that is an entertaining scene. I gotta admit, that's a entertaining scene where she just annihilates everyone in the full fucking house. The cops, I think the parents, that she like kills everybody. And then she's like corn in the top and someone's back and binds someone's fingers. I mean, just there's definitely some fun to be had. But yeah, the premise just fucking stupid. And Mark Hamill's at the beginning, which I'm tired of seeing Mark Hamill. Pet Sematary, that's Dia as in dumb shit, dog shit. That remake sucked. That remake was so fucking pointless. That remake was so fucking shitty. That remake was so fucking in one ear, out the other. That's why this ear fucking itches. Fuck that piece of fucking shit. Fucking sucked. It, more like shit. Fuck the new It. I'll just say that's both of them. Fuck both of them. It Chapter 1 or 2. They both deserve D as in damn this movie sucks. Both these movies suck. Skarsgård is a horrible Pennywise. He's annoying. It's supposed to be scary. I've seen turds in my fucking toilet scarier than him. Fuck Skarsgård. He's annoying as fuck. That speeding up the camera. Horse shit. Oh, the spider, the crab is so bad. So what did they do at the ending? They make fun of him enough for him to turn to a fucking CGI baby. A CGI clown baby. You think that's fucking better? I sure as fuck don't. Fucking CG baby. Are you kidding me? Fuck off. Makes my dick itch. The Cell with Jennifer Lopez is good. This is a piece of shit. In fact, this may be the worst one. This might be the worst Stephen King adaptation. Cell. What a waste of John Cusack and Sam Jackson, who was in a better movie, which I'll get to, before this. Like, you can barely see it, but even that cover looks like shit. There's a fucking scene where there's a bunch of people lying down on a football field, just all zombies because of the cell phones. They're zombies. And their mouths are open. And do I, is it here? I don't know if this is even this the one I'm thinking of. Dude, this is what the fuck they are doing with their mouths open. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. That's what the fuck they do. With their goddamn mouths open. Now, I don't know if I have to cut that out for YouTube, but if I do, what I meant to show is there's the troll song. So these people on a fucking football field, troll song, they go la 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 la. La 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 on the fucking football field with their fucking mouths open. The opening credits, when a credit pops up, it's a black box with the text in. So imagine I put text, but then there's a black box around it. The obscures some of the fucking screen you're supposed to be watching. Jesus Christ, what a horrible fucking movie. 428, I'd actually put up here because I think that's a really damn good one. 428 is really good. I like it. I like the concept. Disbeliever writes about ghosts, goes to 1408, bunch of spooky shit happens. Sorry, damn. Making my nose itch. That Cell bullshit, but anyway. But that's what's going on. That's what's happening. I mean, spooky shit happens, and it's like, what all can we do in this one apartment? And they really utilize that very well, and John Cusack does a good job. And I like the theatrical cut where he lives, which for the longest time you can only get the one where he dies, but I believe they're coming out with a 4K Blu-ray that does have both cuts, which I look forward to. I have a German Blu-ray, but I like to pick that one up because just to have it for, in the U.S. because I do quite like that film. I don't know why the cover is like more of a green cover. I think the cover here looks a lot better, but it is what it is. But yeah, really enjoy Fortune. Fortune, I think I saw it in the theater actually. Rather enjoyed it. Dark Half, I would give that a B. Interesting concept. Cool to see Michael Rooker. I wish Michael Rooker was the lead. I think if Michael Rooker was the lead, I would have liked it a lot more. Timothy Hutton, he's fine. But again, Michael Rooker I would have liked a lot more. The ending, some of the effects are interesting with the crow stuff, but then, some other type of effects are added and certain things is not the best. I know apparently Timothy Hutton was a pain in the ass to work with, too. Apparently he was, a fucking pain in the ass. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It seemed like George Romero liked working with Michael Rooker, but not so much the Timothy Hutton, because again, Hutton seemed like an asshole. I was like, yeah, Michael Rooker should have been the lead. There might have been talk on the special... I have to see the special features again. That maybe Michael Rooker would have been the lead. I have to look at those features again. But I wish he was. Just if he was the lead, I probably would have liked the film a lot more. But just like the lead, I wasn't 100% sold on. And then some of the effects were kind of wonky as well. Tales from the Dark Side. Trying to remember what all the stories were. There was, I think this is the one where you had the Christian Slater mummy one, which was okay. Is that the one where you had the hitman and the cat? That was an interesting one. Then you had the one with the kids who maybe that was the wraparound. The kid and the witch. It wasn't the gargoyle. Yeah, it was the James Remar. That's a really good special effects. Like I said, the first one was okay. The rest of them... I'll put them on A just because. Needful Things... I'd have to watch it again, but as of right now, I'll put it on C. I remember Ed Harris and Max von Sydow doing a good job. I remember J.T. Walsh stealing the show. I did kill my wife. Was that wrong? Nah, 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 nah. J.T. Walsh was that. When he goes full tilt crazy, he's a lot of fun. But I just remember that film being long, and what's funny is that there's a longer version of the movie. I'm like, really? A longer version of this fucking film? I always remember the trailer too, because the trailer had the was it a Halls of the Mountain King, I believe it's called. But I remember the it was start of and I believe that was the first time I ever heard that music. I mean, it's famous classical music, but I never heard it until seeing the trailer to Needful Things. And it made the film look much more exciting than it was. Because I thought, oh, Stephen King, The Running Man, Maximum Overdrive, Graveyard Shift. I love Stephen King stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, this isn't all of them, because there's the Langoliers, the Long Walk, which I did see that. I would put that probably A or S because I like The Long Walk. Langoliers, people get pissed. I put that on A. I actually like the Langoliers, except for the special effects suck, but they're kind of funny to watch now. But I like the concept and I like the cast, the story. Dean Stockwell and Bronson Pinchot's a hoot. So, but I like the idea of this mystery while they're all on this plane and try to figure out what to do next. And I'm a big Dean Stockwell fan because I love Quantum Leap. But Night Flyer, people don't be pissed about this. Miguel Ferrer is good. That's the only thing I liked about the film. It looks low budget. Like, I feel the low budget of it. I don't care for the ending. I thought the ending kind of made the whole film pointless. Rather pointless. I don't know. I kind of got to the ending and go, that's it? Then, spoiler, Miguel Ferrer's character gets killed, which pissed me off. I mean, I know he's not supposed to be the most likable person, but still. Maybe because I like the actor and it's very rare for him to get a lead. And so one of the few times he does is, this type of film where he dies. I don't know. I know there are people that love that film. I'm not one of them. Apt Pupil, put on B. Because I do think it's a well-acted film. It's definitely a film that makes you think, but with the director involved and the shit that went on, that seems a bit... Like, the whole kids taking a shower, or they're underage. Very questionable things. But I will say I think Brad Renfro and Ian McKellen do a good job acting-wise. But I can only put as far as that. I don't remember much about this other than how I feel it was at least a C. Ron Perlman. But at the same time, the rest of the movie, I can't tell you anything about this. I don't remember a damn thing. Ryan the Bullet. I vaguely remember the film, remember being okay, but I don't remember details. But I know my feelings is it was at least that. Joe's Game. I actually remember not minding it. It's not a film I'd care to rewatch, though. I remember it not minding the film. The Green Mile, I know people be pissed at me. I never loved it. There's another Frank Darabont one I liked a lot more. This one, I was just getting fucking too long. I felt the length of that, 3 hours. I don't think it needed to be that fucking long. I think it was a bit overindulgent. Now this, on the other hand, easily... Shawshank Redemption is one of the best films of all time. Now, it's weird. Is it one of my favorites? It is, but it probably wouldn't be on a list because I'm more into fun, action, horror. I'm an action junkie, so that's my favorite genre. But the Shawshank Redemption, it would be in my top 100 movies of all time, yeah. But it's just such a well-defined movie. The cast... The message of hope. I think it's a long film, but the pacing just worked better for me in that one. And like I said, if I want to see a Frank Darabont, Stephen King story about a prison, I watch Shawshank Redemption. Not so much The Green Mile. And The Green Mile's not bad, it's just I prefer the Shawshank Redemption much more. Just really get into the story and the characters. And that message of hope at the end. Yeah, much more my cup of tea. The Mangler, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I fucking love The Mangler. I love The Mangler. is my favorite Tobe Hooper film of all time. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but The Mangler is it's just so batshit weird. Ted Levine, I love. They got to be the lead and the hero and one of the more aggravated detectives in films. Bullshit reality. This is bullshit. A killer fucking laundromat that turns people into bags of meat into ragu. I just love this stuff, man. It's so, again, insane and crazy that I love it. So I could go on, but I'm a bit tired because it's like 70 minutes in, but I love The Mangler. 1922. I remember liking Thomas Jane, but I kind of remember going, is that what we're doing? Is that it? He's just crazy. That's it. I was expecting a lot more from it. A lot more. Secret Window, I'll put here. It's not on D because I do think Johnny Depp does a good job. It's just I think the film was incredibly predictable. From the trailer, I predicted where this was going, and it did. Like, the trailer tells you pretty much what the fuck's happening in the movie. Some doors should stay open. The room cracking, like his mind cracking. I know what's going on here, dude. I've seen some movies. So it was just so goddamn predictable, and they didn't want to hide it, and then that just takes away the tension of anything. You're just waiting for the movie to catch up. Just felt lazy on that aspect. Now, Dreamcatcher, that will be dog shit. I saw it in the theater. One of the reasons I saw it in the theater is because I was on such a Matrix kick. It had like one of those short animated Matrix stuff in front of it. But I'm like, oh, I like the trailer. Has a sense of mystery. Stephen King. I like a lot of his movies. And Thomas Jane and Jason Lee. Well, when I was really into Kevin Smith stuff. And it's like, and Morgan Freeman, and Tom Sizemore. Morgan Freeman from the Shawshank Redemption. Tom Sizemore from Lockup. Stallone film I really enjoyed. The Relic, which I really enjoy. And it's like an alien monster movie? Alright. And then I watched the film and went, fuck this. Shit weasels. Monsters that come out of people's assholes. Donnie Wahlberg as a mentally alien named Duddits. I'm Duddits. What the fuck is this? Thomas Jane talking on a... Like, this is bad shit in the wrong way. Like, the main was bad shit in the right way. Like, fun way. As in the fucking machine grows legs and chases you shooting flame... like a flamethrower. That's like a fun way. Thomas Jane talking on a fucking gun like it's a phone and then shit weasels. This is like crazy in a dumb way. It's like the difference between like Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a silly idea. Trauma films are silly ideas, but Killer Clowns is way better than trauma shit. It's just, you'd be silly, but there's different ways to do it. And I hate what they did with Jason Lee's character. They kill him off so fucking quickly, and then the trail may seem as if the whole movie's about these four friends and this slow adventure, like a horror version of Stand By Me for adults, where these four go on this journey and uncover some crazy shit, then they have to rely on each other. No, they separate and... shit. Everything in the kitchen scene put into that shit. This is like build up this whole thing about friendship and Yo, like, they didn't fucking do anything. Just Jason Lee dies and Timothy Oliphant separate and then he fucking dies, so it didn't fucking matter. And it's like, what the fuck? Then there's the Ripley. That's what they call the alien, the Ripley. Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. Fuck, Thinner. Fuck that. The best part was Joe Mantegna as the hitman. That's it. You're not supposed to like the characters, but they're so hateable, I just rather watch something else. I mean, there's some interesting effects when he's getting thinner and thinner. But then it really had nowhere to go. Like, I'm watching this piece of shit person get thinner, so what? He's a piece of shit person. Who cares if he lives or dies? I don't give a fuck. So why do I give a fuck about what's going on? I'm just waiting for you to die. Can you hurry up and die? I'm talking about the character, of course. So, he has no redeemable qualities. Why should I give a fuck? So I'm just waiting for a piece of shit to die, which he can't die soon enough. I don't see the appeal. The Mist. I got the wrong one. The Mist. I'll do Lawnmower Man first. Strong B. Some of the effects do not hold up the best, but I do like the film more than others. I can't put on A though, but I do like Jeff Fahey and Pierce Brosnan. I like the idea of utilizing VR because I'm still fascinated with VR technology, even though I don't have one of them VR headsets. And I mean, it's better than the Stephen King story about some killer and got fucking grass for pubes or what the fuck else he had in that stupid story. I mean, no wonder they changed it. I mean, some of the VR stuff is kind of fun to see and nostalgic, like how effects were back in the day of VR. But I mean, it does look very hokey nowadays, I will admit. But this is also kind of the charming fun of it, so. What is it, the priest gets on fire and that shit does not look good. But, I mean, there's some charming fun to be had with that, so. The Mist. Where do I put the fucking Mist? Okay, I like the concept of being in a grocery store while something's out there and you can't get out. I like that Thomas Jane is the lead. Which, I mean, he was the lead in Dreamcatcher and he was the lead in 1922. I hate to say it, but people don't be mad at me for this. I was so disappointed in that film, The Mist. I was so fucking disappointed. So disappointed. I don't like that all the creatures are fucking horrible, terrible, dog shit CGI. Now, Grant, there are films I like with CGI, but the characters and the story was more interesting. Here, the setup is interesting, but I don't think they did much else with the story that I cared for. Because all they did was, here's a religious nut, and who's going to listen to the religious nut? And it was just, man, I've seen too many movies with the religious nut, who talking all sorts of bullshit. That's all it was. And then once in a while, a shitty CG creature tentacle comes out. When it was them trying to figure out how to escape and they're cut off, that was a bit more interesting. I just wish they used more practical effects. But when the fucking zealot lady started talking, she got so annoying I tuned her out. It's not fascinating of a villain I cared to learn more of. It's shut the fuck up, leave me the fuck alone, or I'll punch you in the face. And then Pet Sematary 2. You know what? I actually like that more than the first. Sorry. I actually do like that film more than the first. I really do. I think that movie's kind of fun. I do. I think that movie's pretty fun. I do like that film. Edward Furlong's not the best actor, but I like that his dad is played by the guy from Miracle Mile and Revenge of the Nerds. How do I not remember his fucking name? This is late and I need to go to bed. Anthony Edwards. So I like Anthony Edwards. Clancy Brown steals the show, especially when he comes back from the grave and he's like, "No brain, no pain." I love the fight that him and Anthony Edwards have. I think Edwards got to be a little bit of an action hero at the end there, which was cool. Edward Furlong, again, his character, he's alright at the beginning. As it goes on, his character's a little bit less interesting. So, they so gunno about his mom, and then it's like the change kind of went a bit too quick. But I like it. It's not as unfun of a watch as the first movie. I mean, the first movie is definitely more intense, but this is just, I guess Pet Sematary 2. Pet Sematary 2 is just a bit more fun, which I prefer that. Just different taste, that's all. Although, fuck, I was trying to think of something, but I'm so tired. There's a kitten that lives though. I give it to that. The kitten, a lot of the kittens die, but one kitten lives. So I do like that they get out of town and with the kitten. I have the kitten. Yeah, I at least have one kitten live. So it has a happy ending. The kitten lives. Gotta put that above the first one just for that. Anyway, I gotta go to bed. Thanks for watching. Take care. We will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching DavieVids. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.